Welcome everybody to a game that the soundtrack has kind of a special place for me. This is Unravel, and for those who don't know what this game is, you plays like a little yarn doll going through like the memories of this old lady, like restoring them. And I mainly remember this game because around the time this game came out, and when Jacksepticeye played through this, I was kind of going through some emotional shit, and it was hard for me to sleep at night, but I just remember liking this soundtrack, and so the official soundtrack wasn't even like released like on YouTube Music or anything, so I just found whatever video I could of the music from this game and used that to sort of try to lullaby me to sleep. So this and the sequel to this game, the soundtracks I frickin' love. So let's start this. I'm so thankful that I watched Jacksepticeye play through this. And there's probably gonna be a lot of moments where I'm quiet because I'm probably gonna just be listening to the music. Also, wow, that looks really realistic. And this came out in like 2016? But yeah, you don't really get a whole lot of context for what you're actually like doing through this game. And the only thing that I could piece together is that you're going through that old lady's memories, because I guess I'll get more into it when I'm in the game. Ah, there's our lad, Yarny. This little character's name is actually named Yarny. And he is awesome. He's adorable too. Okay. Oh, I'm thankful this works with my friggin' Switch controller. Yeah. Because every time, like, we go through a level and beat a level, like, these pictures, like, these pictures become clear and you can see, like, the actual pictures. So, in a sense, it's kind of like going through this old lady's memories and restoring those memories. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out the controls. And this is like our little hub world. Alright, the first level. Thistle and Weeds. Boy. This music would is gonna bring a freaking tear to my eye, I swear. And they had there's a clever way that they had going about this game, with that you're constantly leaving like a little string of yarn in your wake. So it's kind of a puzzle platformer, and it's all in 2D. And I like the oh, that's cool. I like the perspective of this, or like stuff's blurry in the background because the focus is more on Yarny. I like how he got startled by a butterfly. Yeah, and you can even he tries to get it. That's awesome. And you can even see as we're going along here, like he's getting skinnier and skinnier to the point of, like, yeah, he can't go any further. You need yarn? Okay. There we go. Let's get more yarn. Yeah. So yeah, this is the gimmick for the game, is that you're constantly leaving thread behind as you go, and the further you progress the level, the less thread you have, the less thread on Yarny's body you have. So you got to be able to figure out like what to do and everything, and like get to the, I guess what would be checkpoints. Oh, LT. There we go. Okay, I see what I gotta do here. I gotta make it so I can jump from platform to platform. Alright. Leo! Hey! Oh, I hope I can make it. Come on, Yarny! There you go, boyo. And we can swing. Also climb up. So yeah. I honestly don't know what all I'm probably going to be talking about through this playthrough. Other than the fact that it's just... Oh, this... Yeah. And this is another thing why I say, like, we're going through the memories, because of, like, this kind of stuff. And it's also... It's always a neat perspective to be, like... It's always been an interesting perspective of, like... You being so small that, like, normal things around the world are bigger, and you have to, like, use them for other stuff. Like, being so small that you use, like a thimble as a helmet, or a needle as, like, a weapon. Like, those kind of things are pretty interesting. Is an interesting kind of perspective. It does kind of make you, like, wonder. It kind of makes you feel like, wow, our world is bigger than what we realize. Alright, make a yarn bridge. And... boing! Nice. Oh, a little treehouse. For birdhouse. Bird treehouse. Okay, I see what I gotta do here. No, get back up there. But I won't get into the specifics of, like, sort of... Oh, that's cool. Remember your last one? Oh, okay. And then I tie a knot here. I throw a lasso up there, and I make another little bridge. Okay. I won't get into, like, the details of the shit that I was going through, but... It's probably, like, the most, like, depressed that I felt in a long time. In a sense, I was going through, like, I guess I wasn't really going through depression or anything, or being depressed, I guess. I was just really, like, sad and whatnot, and, I was just going through some grief, mainly because, that was around the time, like, my first girlfriend kind of broke up with me in high school. So... Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay, so this is like a... That's cool. See the world... Okay, so that'd be a checkpoint if I decide to leave. But yeah, like, I won't get into the specifics of what all went down there, but... The basic gist... Oh, I know what I gotta do. Is that my first girlfriend kind of broke up with me, and I was just really down in the dumps. Like, I was not feeling all too well. But like I said before, like I couldn't really even, like, sleep at night. So, but the soundtrack of this game kind of helped me. And when I saw the trailer, when I got a YouTube commercial for the trailer for the second game, I was so freaking happy to see that they came out with a sequel for this. And the soundtrack is still amazing. Oh, look how strong Yarny is. Come on, Yarn boy. Hey. Come on, you can do it. That's sort of why the soundtrack for Unravel has, like, a little special area in school. Because the soundtrack just kind of helped me in, like, a tough spot in my life. Alright, I just gotta wait for the water to rise. That's all I gotta do. Because I make a little apple bridge. I don't know why, but this reminds me of, like, water parks. They have the freaking lily pads that you can, like, you're supposed to try and walk over, but they're, like, really slippery. I remember those. Those were fun. You ever get stuck, hold the... Oh, okay. And it just takes me back to a checkpoint. So... And I've been wanting to play this for quite some time, but... I don't know. I'm just kind of... Okay, why can I not go in there? Hold on. Let me just pull these weeds. Some thistles and weeds. That's the name of the level. Okay. And... Okay, I go up here. Ah! Neato burrito. And I swing off of that. Oh, that's cool. Ding, ding, ding. Top of morning. Okay. Enough of using someone else's shtick. Jacksepticeye is honestly a YouTuber that I've watched for like a while, so I like watching his. I still like watching his content, even though he doesn't really make as much as... Honestly, I would really love for Jack to be able to play the second game with, like, either, like, his girlfriend or with Robin, or with somebody. Because the second game is co-op. So, it's... And you can play it is single player as well, but it's just, like, it's a purposeful co-op game, so there's no point to playing it by yourself. Oh, it's a little tricycle! Tricycle. Yeah, I'm out. So it would be neat to see Jack play Unravel 2 because he played through the first game. But then again, me and probably every single one of his subscribers is like, "Oh, Jack, play this game, play that game. Oh, you gotta play through this." Oh, we're riding now, boys. Oh, I hit it. Oh no, I hit his head. He's gonna have brain damage. Okay. So, I know I'm preaching to the choir when I'm saying, oh, this YouTuber should play this game. And trust me, like, even, like, my own, like, personal friends that I have, like, asked me to, have, like, requested me to play, like, a certain game. Like, my best friend literally has been telling me, he's like, hey, you should play Dying Light. It's like, you play so many platformers and whatnot. She's like, play Dying Light. It's awesome, and I might get around to it. Okay, that is death. I thought the solution would have been swinging, but maybe not. I can try from this one. See if I can't make it just from swinging, but I probably need to make a rope bridge, but that's not gonna stop me from trying. Okay, yeah, I gotta make a rope bridge. Ooh, I see a collectible. I'm gonna try and get the collectible. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get every collectible this game has, but I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. So don't expect a like 100% run of this game. I'm just gonna get what I can when I can, and if I miss one, then I can always just go back on my own time. If anything, I feel like Unravel 2, I might try to get do it 100%. Okay, make the rope bridge. Okay. Don't know why I kept making it, and I wasn't holding down the button. And boing. Okay, nope, that's gonna lead to death. Okay, I see here. So, I'm gonna do that. Let me climb up here so I can undo that. And let me try swinging again, because I just realized I just saw the other lasso point. And lay up. And lay up. Oh. Okay. I need to go down here because I need to get this collectible. But is there anything I can? Oh, I should have hooked myself up so I could just climb back up. I knew it! Oh, I'm such small brain right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna... The videos are just gonna be like level by level. Because these might be some pretty... I wouldn't say too long, but decently long. Okay, so let me make a freaking latch point there. And then propel myself down. And get that collectible. Aha! I can climb up. Oh, come on. Got it. I'm happy. I saw it. I knew how to get it. So I'm satisfied. So, this. Oh, I got them cat-like reflexes. Okay. Hey, another memory. A treehouse. I didn't grow up with a treehouse, so I don't know the joys of owning a treehouse. And I see more yarn down here, and another checkpoint, because swirling light. Look at this freaking confident stride Yarny's got. Ain't nothing gonna break his stride. Ain't nothing gonna Ain't nothing gonna slow him down. No. So it's kind of obvious that I need to do this. And then I push the block. B stand. This video was brought to you by the letter B. Just because. Oh! One of them freaking shovel things. My cousin had one of them in his yard. I remember having a fun time playing with that. It's the freaking simple things in life. Okay. Ow. Is that a hedgehog? I can't necessarily tell what that creature is, but it looks like a hedgehog. Like I said before, I love the soundtrack for this game for my own personal reasons that I've already said before in this episode. And we swinging. I gotta make it over to that tire swing. Oh, okay. I see what I gotta do here. I gotta make the tire swing. And then I gotta swing while the tire swing is swinging. So I can swing to the other side on the tire swing. If I'm swinging off of... Oh, come on. Climb before the momentum of that tire swing stops. Okay. Let's try this strategy. Oh no, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. I have to get... Or... Do I... Oh... Wait... What's the point of that other... What's the point of the grapple point from up there? Unless there's, like, collectibles somewhere. Okay, I'm missing... I know I'm probably missing something. I'm just trying to not getting enough to lasso on that. Unless I just have to be quick enough. Yeah, there's obviously something... This is like the best solution I can come up with. Oh, come on! But it stops... Okay. I can get up over here just from swinging on this. If I can actually do it. Physics be damned. So, over here. Was this literally it? That was literally... What the... Then what was the point of the crap? There must have been a collectible or something. There must have been. It's the only thing I can think of. Connect these two. Make a bridge. No, wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. Pull this can of... I have no idea what that is. Okay, I gotta take the can up here, and I just smacked Yarny into a bunch of bricks. So I'll do this. Climb up here. Connect this. Also, we are I'm just realizing that we're in I'm in a dilapidated greenhouse. It's honestly, it's interesting and wrong button again. It's interesting and kind of creepy to like explore abandoned stuff, even if it's something as simple as like a greenhouse. Because like you don't know what plants are dead and what plants are still alive. Something over here. I see the collectible. Yeah. Oh god, that screwed me. Oh, we're getting launched out. Hey, and I see the thing on the shovel. And also, don't tell me as a kid you've never jumped into a pile of leaves, even if they were wet. I remember doing that so much as a kid. I may have some false memories about this, but I feel like I've driven a quad through some leaves. Maybe I just wish I had. That still would be cool, friggin' just driving a quad through a friggin' big-ass pile of leaves and have them go everywhere while you're just flying by. Freaking 30 miles an hour. Okay. Thistle and weed. How beautiful this was when it was new, and how beautiful it still is even though time has made it different. These are like oh, I did not mean to close it. I meant to friggin' look through some of these photos. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and these are like actual like photos. I can only assume of like the people who've worked on this game. But these are good looking photos. God damn, my controller disconnected. Okay. Is it back? Okay, it's back. It kind of doesn't help that I'm playing, like, my Nintendo Switch Pro Controller is, like, not that far away from my Nintendo Switch, so sometimes my controller disconnects and like tries to reconnect to the Switch. And that's the end of that. And that's the end of this video. Thank you all for coming by to watch this. If you really enjoyed, y'all know the jazz. If you truly enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And, you know, put a comment down below. Maybe start a conversation in the chat. In the comments. Oh, man. I am a little bit out of it for some reason. But I hope y'all will return for the next video. Until then, everybody, have a good day.